Whether it's for EXP, decoration, or redstone, a Sculk farm can be great for whatever your needs are. However, all of the Sculk farms that do exist rely on survival Minecraft mobs to produce the EXP needed for a Sculk catalyst to make more Sculk blocks. For Peaceful Minecraft, there are not a lot of Sculk farm designs out there, and the other option if you are in Peaceful mode is to find a deep dark biome and mine the generated Sculk, which is not a very renewable option. In this video, I will show you a simple Peaceful Squid Sculk farm that produces over 52 plus stacks of ink stacks and 51 plus stacks of Sculk blocks every hour, how the spawning mechanics work to allow for this farm, and then I will walk you through how to build this farm for yourself. In the next video, I'll also show you a design that is a bit more complex, but is twice as fast and is AFKable, so please be sure to subscribe. This farm is made up of 3 parts, a squid farm, a stone generator, and a Sculk catalyst. The design works by utilizing squid, which will cause Sculk catalyst to bloom when a squid dies within 8 blocks of it. The Sculk bloom can then create Sculk blocks, veins, shriekers, and Sculk sensors. Sculk catalyst can be found in deep dark biomes and can be picked up with Silk Touch. So when a squid falls and dies, the stone will convert to Sculk blocks, which you can mine. If you keep mining the Sculk, the stone generator will keep producing stone, and thus you have a renewable Sculk. The squids also drop ink sacs when they die, which you will pick up at the same time you are mining the Sculk. If you want shriekers or Sculk sensors to spawn, do not mine any of the Sculk and instead let the Sculk build up, and after some sensors and shriekers can spawn on it as well. Now that you know how the farm works, I will discuss the squid spawning mechanics. These mechanics have to be utilized to the max to allow this farm to work. So the Minecraft Wiki states that squids will spawn in river and ocean biomes in at least 1 block of water and only between Y level 50 and 62. Squids also share a 5 mob spawn cap with dolphins. And like most mobs, squids will spawn 24 to 100 blocks away from you. So to utilize these conditions for the squid farm, we need to find a suitable location. Unlike other squid farms where you can build up vertically to limit the spawn radius more, we want to be under the squid farms while the squids are spawning. This means that a suitable river biome needs to be found with no surrounding possible spawn areas at about 128 blocks away from it. You can either find a suitable river biome, or you can just empty or fill in a river at 128 block radius around you. For my purposes, I will use Chunkbase's seed map to input my seed, which you can get from typing /seed for your world. If you don't have cheats enabled or you can't get this seed, just flying around and using a map, you should be able to find a river biome suitable for this. So here I am on Chunkbase and I'm using the seed map tool, and this is the seed for my world, and I'm on Java 1.21.1, so that's the version I have, and I want to see the overworld. Currently we're just looking at the features and the biome features for finding a suitable river biome. This red dot here is my coordinates at 0, 0, which you can input whatever your coordinates are and click go. And I want to find a suitable river biome, so I'm going to highlight river biomes. You can see these are all the river biomes. Now we want to find one that is a small enough area and doesn't have a lot of other river biomes or ocean biomes around it. Immediately this one stands out to me. It's pretty small, but this farm only requires a 9x9 area of river, so this seems suitable. There are some, I think these are within 128 blocks, so maybe here and here, so maybe there is some filling in I'm gonna have to do, but not a lot. This is also a really good spot. There's not a lot of other river biomes or ocean biomes within that radius. The issue is it's pretty big, so I would have to fill in a lot. This spot over here might be a good spot, but there's this huge ocean biome next to it, so we can't use that. So just for this video, I think we're just going to use this spot. It's the closest, although I might have to fill in some area. That's fine. I think this will be great. So once you have your location picked out, I recommend filling the river in and mapping out the river biome. This can be done by using F3 to see what biome you're in and marking out where the river is and is not. Remember, this farm needs to be located 128 blocks away from other waterlogged rivers or oceans. So if a river or ocean just happens to be too close, you can just remove or fill in the water with a block of your choosing. If you cannot find a suitable enough location, I recommend watching my next Squid Sculk farm video, where the design allows you to AFK at a high Y level to limit the area squids can spawn instead of having to find a very specific location. If you still have questions about squid spawning mechanics at this point, there are lots of squid farm videos that exist, so feel free to check those out. Now I will show you how to build a farm. These are the materials you will need. We start by marking out a 9x9 area that is 2 blocks above where the water level was. You then want to make a 4x4 grid of just water, then put trapdoors at the bottom of each water source and place redstone across the platform with a lever on the side. This lever will be how you can turn on or off the farm. Next, in the 11x11 area around the 9x9, you are going to want to dig down to Y level 48. Here you will put fence gates under and around each water stream. At the end, your squid farm should look something like this. Now that the squid farm is done, we're going to dig down another 24 blocks to Y level 24. This is the perfect height where squids will still spawn in our squid farm while we're at the bottom. Now we will build the stone generator. First, dig out 5 blocks sideways and 4 blocks deep on one side. Now place 11 pistons facing up, followed by 11 waterlogged fences behind them. Next, place 11 observers facing those fences with solid blocks behind and redstone on top of them. Under those observers, place 11 repeaters with a redstone signal behind them. Now on top of that observer, you're going to want to place 11 2-tick delay repeaters. Place 11 pistons facing in towards your platform in front of each one of those repeaters. Now you can place glass at the top of the pistons and walls on the platform side. And finally, you can place your lava at the top part of this glass reservoir. At this point, the stone generator is done and is ready to go, but we'll have to clear out some space on the opposite side of the platform. You're going to want to dig out 1 block and 4 down and place 11 observers facing upwards towards the platform. You want to connect the under part of each observer back to the stone generator by using a line of redstone and 2 repeaters. These observers are here to restart the stone generator if the last block is destroyed at all. If you don't want to use 11 observers at the last part of the stone generator, instead you can just place a button which will also restart the stone generator if it ever fills up. Now the last part of the farm is the Sculk catalyst. But before we place it and power the farm on, we're going to want to prevent the Sculk from spreading into the area outside the platform. To do that, place some walls around the platform and also under the platform. And in the center part under the platform, you can now place your Sculk catalyst. Congratulations, your simple Sculk farm is now done. You can flip the lever up top to have the water fall down for the squid to spawn in. And when they fall, the stone will be converted to Sculk, which can then be mined. If your stone generator is not running, just break one of the last blocks at the end to reset it. Or alternatively, if you set up a button system, you can just press the button to reset it. But once it gets going and the Sculk is being mined, it should continue to generate stone. The drawbacks of this design is the location/spawning requirements, the amount of blocks you have to dig out, and the yield is just not as high as squids take up the 5 limit mod cap as soon as they spawn in. Also, the simple design is not very AFKable. A lot of these issues can be addressed with a bit more resources and redstone, so do please look out for my next video where I will go over a much faster and AFKable peaceful mode squid Sculk farm. But that is it for this video.